Hi there, Loy Macedo. Speaking to you from loymacedo.com. Who's Loy Macedo and Think Personal Branding? All right, just thought I'd give you a couple of updates that I received with regards to Dubai, UAE. Okay, now this is based on, from online, offline, whatever it is I could get, I'm sharing with you. Now, if you check Gulf News, you'll see, the cliche stuff like India's singer, Mika Singh. I don't know who's that. He apparently got arrested in UAE for being funny with a girl. So, so good for him. Then, apart from that, Pope of the Catholic Church, with all these pedophiles, the bishops and all that, apparently they're coming to visit the UAE. So I hope he does have a check, because even in Sharjah, I was part of St. Michael's Church. There are a couple of these pedophile priests who, take advantage of children, and especially these priests who come down from India to Dubai to collect money for building their churches. Apparently, they claim building churches in India, but they take their money for other illegal means for private consumption. Okay, I hope he checks that out. And then you'll get all these, wannabe Catholics, the holy-poly Catholics who burn candles to impress the gods, the statues of Mother Mary and Jesus. They will touch everywhere, and they'll do this way. So hope he visits and does some cleaning. Okay. Apart from that, Fly Dubai apparently is moving to Terminal 3. So I guess they have to make Terminal 3 work. So that's why they're sending Fly Dubai there, because anyway, otherwise, apparently it seems the airport is empty. If you go down to Al Maktoum Airport, it's absolutely deserted. There is nobody there. You don't have to believe a word I'm saying. Just go down to the airport and have a look. It's totally empty. There is nobody there. It's just lines and lines. The whole. It's like maybe 10 football fields, empty space. You'd see one Filipino there, one security guy sleeping there, one guy dressed up in this typical Donata, airline staff sitting there. You'd see one guy snoring on the chair until his boss catches him. Most of the food outlets, they're just standing there doing nothing. And if you talk to any of the Filipino staff there, they'll tell you, nobody is here, nobody comes, there's no sale, there's nothing. It's totally empty. Don't believe a word I'm saying. Just go there and see for yourself. Al Maktoum International Airport, totally empty. And I think they're spending a fortune, an absolute fortune on electricity, on maintenance. And it's not working. It's a flop project, but because obviously it's their ego online, they don't want to admit this. Now, apart from that, Emirates Airlines finally being a private company, I don't know why, but they stated in Gulf News that their profits dropped by 86% in Gulf News. Now, here's the thing. It's a private company. You can cherry pick what information you choose to share. Now, I do not know why they're sharing this, 86% drop in profits, but I guess it's a calculated move because they want to show even we are vulnerable, even we get affected. But if you ask me, sources inside say they're actually undergoing losses. Why? Because they purchased these aircrafts. Before this guy who was the chairman of what's his name? Chairman of let me give you his name. Chairman of Emirates Airlines. Chairman of Emirates Airlines. Ahmed bin Saeed Al Maktoum. A dynamic guy. I have seen him speak in a couple of places. He doesn't like the West, apparently. He openly bashes them up, especially the American airlines. So he used to keep buying these big aircrafts, billions. Every aircraft show that they were taking part, they bought 20 aircrafts, 30 aircrafts, billion, 51 billion, 7 billion, 15 billion. So billion, they kept buying. They over-exaggerated and over-speculated how much they could make money. Now they're having a tough time filling up these aircrafts, getting the right people, getting the right personnel. In fact, I spoke to an HR person in Emirates Airlines. They said that it's very hard to get the right people to join Emirates Airlines. It's becoming very hard to retain people, especially the pilots. And another internal news that I found out is most of the pilots of Etihad and Emirates Airlines, they're taking bank loans to buy properties, and now they're finding it hard to pay it back because the properties are not ready, and they have to pay back. Otherwise, they can get into serious legal trouble. Okay, apart from that, Gulf News also stated that the minimum wage of Pakistanis is, I'll just give you USD to, wait, AED to USD. Where is that? AED to USD is 800 dirhams. I'll give you 800 dirhams is $217. So $217 is what you would buy maybe in another few hours. And Dubai is proudly saying, oh, the minimum salary is 800 dirhams. What the fuck would you do with 800 dirhams? Buy a pair of shoes? You know, what the fuck would you buy? Can you survive and sustain in Dubai with 800 dirhams? It's a shame that they're even mentioning this. I mean, for Pakistanis to hear the news, I don't know whether they should celebrate. Yay, thank you, yay, 800 dirhams, yay, $217 for 1 month of work, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. Yay. In fact, I don't know even if you can get a bed space with 800 dirhams. Okay. Then, apart from that, I also checked. I want you to search this. Maybe I'll put the link in the description box below. Is Haptur. Haptur, who is the owner of Haptur Group, he's very outspoken, especially if you check his Twitter. He openly criticizes bad ideas of the UAE government. He said in this interview, which was by Bloomberg, he said that it's a bad idea by the UAE government to have even more hotels and they should stop doing this. And he admitted that the beachfront properties are the most popular in Dubai, but they are going for really cheap, very, very cheap, like $100 for a day or a night. They are saying the reason they are going the cheapest in the world because they want to fill it, otherwise they'll not have any occupancy. However, the hotels in the mainland, they are struggling for business, they are unable to get business, they are unable to pay salaries, they are unable to maintain the standards. So obviously he wouldn't mention everything. And he apparently, Aptur wants to buy hotels which are selling in a loss so that he can make some money. And he also wants to invest in schools because there also, that's a cash cow. He can make some money. Apart from this, I found out from guys who work in banks, they told me Standard Chartered Bank has fired 178 people. Now, remember, I'm giving you information that I get from guys who are based in Dubai. So I don't know. This is what they have told me. Standard Chartered Bank has fired 178 people. ENBD, Emirates National Bank of Dubai, 325. Mashroq Bank is revising the salaries of especially top management. They are making a change. They are getting experienced staff get out, cheap staff come in. One more thing. Rents apparently are 50% down because nobody wants to spend money on expensive houses. Textile shops are closing down. This is from one of my friends who sells garments. Apparently, there is no more credit which is being provided. So anything you want to buy, you buy it on cash. It seems in India, they have stopped exporting stuff to Dubai because they've had many bad debts and they're not coming up with new designs. Some of them are even finding it hard to get, it seems, suppliers. It seems the stock market is down by 23%. Many shopping malls are closing down. I checked with one of the teachers who is in schools. They're saying the number of students are applying for TC and they're going back because the parents can't afford to sustain the family year and some of them cannot even pay the school fees. Many of them have bad debts there. I spoke to some of my friends who are in shopping malls who work for these outlets. They said in Thursday, Friday or holidays, lots of people in the shopping malls purchasing. It's only the rich people who can manage to purchase, or if there is a sale of 80-90%. But apparently because of this 80-90% sale where they're getting rid of old stock, they're finding it very hard to sell the other merchandise, and that is where problems are taking place. So everyone's trying to put out a brave front, but actually it's a different story. In many hotels, it seems salaries are being delayed. Trading companies, they are having problems. They don't want to store because obviously they need to pay VAT, which is another problem. Oh, by the way, VAT is going to increase apparently from 5% to 7% or 8%. That's the game plan. It seems there are two sides to the story. One side they're saying you need to get away with VAT because it's a bad idea, or it's adding up to the inflation. Other side is saying no, we need to charge more VAT. And good news for you guys, there are new toll gates which are coming up, so you can pay more money for crossing the bridges. Prices are going to increase in terms of commodities. They're trying to control the inflation, but they can't. And because of this lack of unity between Saudi Iran, Qatar, UAE, Oman, since there's no longer that unity which is there, it seems that now each one is trying to outdo the other, which is creating competition. And that in turn is good for the expats, but it's bad for the country. So overall, the country, if the country is weak, it cannot support its expats. So they're just trying to outdo each other. Be careful because now you're talking of 2019 and then 2020. 2020 is supposed to be Expo 2020, which is supposed to be the boom. So 2019, they need to collect as much revenue as possible. They need to collect as much material as possible. They need to complete these projects. They need people to work for them. So what they will do is they will issue these PDCs, which they'll say, we'll pay you later after 6 months or whatever. So they try to complete these projects in a hurry. Expo 2020, they show off, yay, we're doing very well, very well. Many people will be working for free because they think it's part of the prestige. They want to show in the limelight, they want to show off and all that. But then payments will not be made on time. Checks will be dishonored. There'll be a lot of fraudulent people who have purchased in the name of Expo 2020, and that will result in a tremendous, massive crash. So if you're a business, do not give anything on credit. Do not give anything on PDCs. Do not come down in terms of your profits, because if you supply something at, let's say, 2% profit margin and then the cost increase, you're jacked. And remember, read between the fine lines, because they'll always have a clause that if the consultant objects to certain things, let's say the color of the wires, they can bring up anything, and they don't approve the project, and because of which the project is delayed, you'll have to pay the fine. The consultant makes money. He does this so that the contractor also gets saved. You don't get paid for the material. So please be very careful. As usual, I would tell you, if you're an expat, keep your resumes ready. Keep applying aggressively to other companies. If you get something that's too good to be true, don't accept it. Take up jobs with companies that are stable, where they pay salaries on time. Do not, under any circumstance, think that you're safe, and be careful, because you do not know when your day is going to be up. So these are the updates from Dubai, UAE, and the Gulf region. If you have any new updates, please feel free to send me an email. My contact details are given below, lloyd@lloydmcedar.com, or my WhatsApp number is given below. As usual, I will not share your identity, but I would share the information with whomsoever wants to know about what is happening in Dubai. So like the video, thumbs up. Don't like it, thumbs down. This is me signing off for now. Love to read your comments. Take care.